We're here looking for halftime to be over. Team's looking to come back out on the field to start this second half up on the play as the Rebels are walking out of their locker room.
And we saw a great performance of offense in the first half, especially from senior quarterback Braden Glenn. 8 of 16, 201 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cole Turner and Charlie Hughes both getting in the mix there on the receptions. They have a touchdown each. Brian Agee, 2 touchdowns for him, both short yardage runs inside the 5. And we've seen the defense come out and play a great ball game so far, really limiting this Gaston City offense. Obviously, it doesn't have a ton of weapons from what we can see. Looks like they're kind of pretty much one-dimensional, don't have a great passing game. C.J. Miller really carrying the load offensively. We've seen Brady Troop air it out only one time deep. This is DeMarcus Macon. He had a 73-yard touchdown, and that was the only long bomb for Troop. He's got 89 total yards, so Rebels defense doing a great job stopping the bigger back Miller in the run.
The Rebels are looking to continue that same thing out here with for Gadsden City to keep their stagnant offense going.
And just to update you, college football fans, UAB is leading Louisiana 13-10. So a big matchup, obviously, as I've alluded to before. We'll keep you posted on that one.
Yeah, let me pull up some of these Birmingham High School area scores. I'm getting them pulled up as we speak. Taking a little bit to load. All right, so for our 5A and 6A friends, Briarwood is beating Homewood 14-6. Thompson is up on Hoover 19-10 at halftime. Then the Vestavia Hills Rebels 28-7 at half. And then Hewitt-Trussville is beating O Mountain 34-7, as that's looking like those are going to be two of the playoff teams that make it in for this region. And then Mountain Brook and Chelsea 28-21. The Spartans lead that game at halftime. Tuscaloosa County actually still beating Spain Park Jaguars 20-7 in the third quarter. And that's looking just about it for your area games and some of our 6A friends out there.
Yeah, for sure. Just to look ahead to tomorrow's college football games, obviously, we already talked about Auburn and Ole Miss, kind of a must-win game, I should say, for both teams. Obviously, Auburn at 2-2, Ole Miss at 1-3. Obviously, Ole Miss kind of getting out to a slow start. Looked like Lane Kiffin kind of pulled all his tricks out of his back pocket against Alabama. Did not play great against Arkansas last week, falling 33-21, and Matt Corral, quarterback at Ole Miss, 6 interceptions. Also tomorrow up in Knoxville, the Tide will take on Tennessee Volunteers. Should be an easy win for Alabama, but obviously it's a rivalry game, so you never know what to expect. And
I do know the Tide will win, I'll tell you that. They haven't lost since iPhones weren't invented yet, so I'm feeling pretty confident in the Tide tomorrow. Hopefully they will show out.
So we shall see about that one. Exciting news, obviously, the Big Ten is back starting tomorrow. We've got a great matchup tomorrow night. Minnesota and Michigan, 6:30 on ABC.
And that game is your tailgate talk game of the week. And got my partner here, MJ Newsom, is the owner, founder, writer, broadcaster, anything of Tailgate Talks. That is his podcast channel. Go check them out. Tailgate Talk on Spotify and anywhere you can listen to podcasts. And then gets the Instagram. You changed the name, didn't you? What is it now?
Tailgate Talk CFB. You can also go read some stories on www.tailgatetalk.org. Lots of good stuff up there. And obviously a story that I wrote way back during quarantine in the summer. Jim Harbaugh, obviously, this is a big season for him. He's got to win football games if he wants his job at Michigan. I really and truly do not believe he will be the Michigan head coach next season. And I think this game tomorrow night really is going to be a big implication on how Michigan's season is going to be, how the course of it will go. Obviously, Minnesota, a pretty strong team last year, but really only the first time recently that Minnesota has showed flashes of good. But obviously, they're returning a lot of good guys. Quarterback Tanner Morgan, leading receiver from last year, Rashad Bateman. Obviously, he opted out initially, but then once the Big Ten decided to play games, he opted back in, as did a lot of other players like Purdue receiver Rondale Moore and others.
He'll be an exciting player to watch this year.
Yeah, it should be really, really good. So we will see. So now Gadsden City.
And then next week you got should be Group of 5 team, Pac-12 coming back into play.
You know, I wouldn't count out any Pac-12 teams. Obviously, we know Oregon's a strong team.
I'm not a big Pac-12 guy.
See, not a lot of people are. I'm personally not either. You know, Oregon's got a strong team. Obviously,
a big Trojan guy.
USC, they've got a lot of talent. I just don't know if Clay Helton's the right guy. Chip Kelly's got to get something going at UCLA. Obviously, Washington State, no Mike Leach this year. We've seen his dismal performance already at Mississippi State.
And we'll see if Robbie Ashford can get any playing time for the Ducks. He was the former quarterback at Hoover, now playing up in Eugene for Mario Cristobal and his staff.
So here come the Titans out to kick this one away to the Rebels to begin the second half, and the Rebels wanting to get a score here to put this game almost out of reach before the second half gets started. So here we go. Gadsden City booting this one away. It'll be fielded at the 15 after a fumble. Charlie Hughes has got it, makes a little spin move. He's going to get it out across the 25 to about the 27, so that is where the Rebels will take over to begin their first drive of the second half.
A little bit of a dangerous play there by Hughes, but, you know, just coughed the ball up and jumped right back on it. So no big worry, and ended up getting past where the touchback mark is.
Yeah, he's fortunate that one came right back to him, obviously. Ball could have jetted anyway, but he just bounced right back into the breadbasket.
All right, and the Rebels looking to start this drive off hot. They got two receivers out wide and still in the I formation, but the Rebels are generally in the I formation.
So Ted Crawford in there as the back Neese the fullback, and it's going to be a play action to Neese. Quick swing pass to Crawford in the flat. Substantial gain there, about 5 yards before he is dragged down by number 40, Rashad Johnson. So a good pickup through the air on first down.
Yeah, and the Rebels just putting Crawford out in the flat again. That's the first time they've done that since that holding call. The block in the back got called and took his long 34-yard completion away. And so now Crawford going back to the air and getting about 6-yard pickup there. Rebels 2nd and 4 here.
So here it is, 2nd and 4. As you said, Sam, Rebels in the eye. It's called turn to the top, Romeo to the bottom. It's a give to Crawford, and Crawford's got some room to work with. And a good carry there from Teo Crawford. He's going to be out to about the 40-yard line and a first down for the Rebels.
And, you know, towards the end of that first half, we saw Brian Agee slow to get up and looked like he appeared to be injured. And as we've mentioned, Crawford is now the lead back for this drive, and hopefully Agee is doing all right. And we see him on the sideline, so at least he's there, and he looks to be walking around, although he does not have his helmet. So that might be a bad sign. We'll see.
So here come the Rebels now with a fresh set of downs. A Twins formation at the top. The classic 1-2 punch. Cole Turner and Charlie Hughes. And it's a gift to Neese, and Neese has got a big run from Landon Neese. He's going to truck tight defender. That was number 19, Nehemiah Washington. He got the burden of Landon Neese's hard run there and a first down for the Rebels.
Yeah, and right there, Neese just put his head down and just kept plowing ahead.
And Neese, a super strong runner, as we've talked about in the past, especially alluding to dark gray shirt over there, playing his pickup game by the police car. Sam and I actually during halftime went and scouted out the players there. We saw a new player out there, a guy with a Pete shirt on, playing some good defensive back. We'll get you back to that one in a little bit. So here's another first down for the Rebels and another gift to Landon Neese. Although this one is going to be gobbled up quickly there by number 91, Samuel Horton. I've called his name a few times tonight. He's playing a good football game here, recording yet another tackle.
Yeah, now the Rebels are set up with 2nd and 8 behind that little burst run there from Crawford, and now we're just trying to get some more yardage, get this first down, and keep this drive moving along and set the Rebels up into striking distance of the end zone. And here comes Cole Turner onto the field. And, you know, Brady might just go deep for him. That connection's been there all night, as we said earlier. Cole Turner already 77 yards receiving as he is out to the bottom of your screen. Looks to be isolated.
Funny you mentioned that. Right minds think alike. I was thinking the exact same thing, Sam. So Turner's coming in motion. He'll be in the slot, top of the screen. He looks like he's going to run a wheel route. Glenn wanted to go to him, and
pressure came, and Glenn just had to get that ball out of there, avoid the sack.
Thought it might be intentional grounding there, as there was no receiver in the area. It looked not to be outside the tackle box, but no yellow sandbag is going to appear to be on the field. So a third down staring the Rebels in the face now, and the Rebels want to convert this one to keep the drive alive and keep momentum on their side. So it's Romeo to the bottom of your screen, Turner to the top. Here's a play action to Crawford. It's a look towards Turner, and Turner comes up with another big grab on the field. Turner finally bounds at the 10-yard line. We're going to have to see what the flag is.
We got there, saw Mr. Mann right there, the assistant principal, pushing that Gadsden City player back onto the field. Like to see the spirit there from the administrators.
And obviously, Mr. Mann, not a guy you want to mess with.
He's a big dude.
He got a bigger size. It's a holding call on Gadsden City, so that will be declined.
Might need, look, we're zooming in here on Mr. Mann, and we might need him to start talking some trash there out on the sideline. He's got a front row view.
One thing I remember about Mr. Mann, and both Sam and me, 6th grade history teacher, now administrator at Vestavia Hills High School, wears a size 14 shoe. Fun fact. Mr. Mann standing at about 6'5". He is a taller individual. For all you sophomores out there, he was scheming up some rules for y'all parking in the junior lot, so we'll get back to you on that later. I think it might include expulsion. Just kidding. Here's first and goal for the Rebels. At the 10, it's a give to Crawford. Nice block from Neese. And Crawford is able to march his way in. Tough run. Hey, Crawford and a touchdown.
Yeah, that's just tough sledding there from Crawford. Just not getting the run. Kept going ahead and just kept putting one foot in front of the other and just got in for the end zone.
Yeah, multiple attempts to strip the ball out for Gadsden City, but Teo Crawford obviously coughed one up early on in the game on the kickoff, refusing to let go of that football. A tough run for Teo Crawford to put that one in the end zone. It's 34-7 Rebels.
Yeah, and it appeared that he had about 3 Gadsden City Titans on him, just draped on his back, and he just kept on going ahead.
And really looking like Najee Harris out there, a guy who just loves to drag defenders on.
He does. All right, now we got Will the Drill coming out. All right, and the Rebels in this water bucket formation as they now line back up, and they have McMeans back to kick the extra point from about right around the 10-yard line.
So here's McMeans on for the extra point. I thought it might have been a false start there.
The kick is good. 35-7. Rebels are your leaders.
So we'll be right back with you after a word and message from your local stations.
Vestavia football is presented
Wisconsin's
by
playing tonight.
Moe's Original
Wisconsin's
Barbecue,
playing tonight.
a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, freaky fast gourmet sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, train different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Mandalucason, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, Dr. Melanie Petro, and Progress Bank.
Touchdown run after a long completion from Braden Glenn to Cole Turner. Also, just to update you fans, UAB leads Louisiana Lafayette 13-10 at half, and Wisconsin, another Big Ten team, up 28-7 on Illinois at half. Wisconsin known for playing those Friday night openers. So here's the return for number 28.
And I know we've failed to mention it thus far, but World Series on tonight, Game 3. Dodgers are currently up 5-0 on the Rays and looking to take that lead in the series in a pivotal Game 3.
You know, for all the bettors out there, the Dodgers would have been a great team to bet on tonight. Obviously, Walker Buehler taking the mound for the Dodgers, and I'd have to say he is their ace. Clayton Kershaw, obviously a great pitcher, just really kind of coming out of his prime now, and obviously not the greatest postseason pitcher. Walker Buehler doing a great job for the Dodgers. Charlie Morton was on the mound for the Rays, although I'm sure he is no longer in that one. So here's the first possession for Gadsden City in the second half. And it's C.J. Miller with a tough run trying to answer Taylor Crawford's tough run. He's out across the 30 for a Gadsden City first down.
Yeah, and I know we've had this. That's the third carry already this half where the running back just kept plowing ahead. We had one from Neese, one from Crawford, now one from Miller there.
So the 3 receiver set at the top of the screen. Gadsden City continuing to go quick. Here's Troop relaying the play to his own line. He's back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to look deep. And that was just the reach of Kamari Smith.
Yeah.
Jackson Ayers in there in coverage.
Yeah, and Smith had about a step to a half a step, and that would have had to have been a perfectly placed ball for him to get that. And Troop just overthrew him by like about a yard, maybe 2.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't really believe in Troop's arm up until that throw. We saw obviously the long touchdown to DeMarcus Macon early on in the game, but it really wasn't a super long pass, which is a great catch and run, and that one really showed off Troop's arm ability. So we know that he actually can fling it if needed.
Mm-hmm. Looking like Patty Mahomes out there. Your quarterback.
That'd be a little bit too tough of a comparison. The give
I know.
is to C.J. Miller. Miller continues a good night on the ground. He is met hard by Joseph Sullivan. There is a yellow sandbag out back behind the line of scrimmage.
I really like saying yellow sandbag tonight.
And that's going to be holding against Gadsden City, yes. I like to kind of come up with fun things to say, like the man with the white hat, until I say the man with the yellow hat. And then yellow sandbags has kind of become the new saying. Mm-hmm. Oh, I feel like I've heard you say that somewhere before.
I don't think I have. I might have. I could be mistaken, but.
Well, I've said it now.
You definitely have.
There's no turning back. So here it is, a second and a mile for Gadsden City. Continue to run with the 3 receiver set, and this one is intended for, looks like that was Jaquan Woods, but he didn't even know he was getting the football there.
Yeah, so that just looked like a blown play there by the Titans, and now they're set up with 3rd and a mile. And we'll see if they can do anything on here. As we saw a couple weeks ago, you know, the Jets allowed the 49ers to convert on a 3rd and 39.
That has really been the story of the Jets season up to this point.
It has been a tough season for Jets fans.
It really has been. I'm not really sure it's been tougher for the Cowboys or the Jets, because the Cowboys were predicted to be...
Cowboys are supposed to be winning the Super Bowl this year.
Exactly. And now they're not.
It is looking like they are not.
They might even get a head shot at Trevor Lawrence. Looked like that play was blown a little dead right before it started. So a delay of game against Gadsden City, and that is not what you want if you are a Titan. He's going to back it up another 5 yards, so we got 1 mile and 5 yards now to go.
And just another score by Thompson there. Thompson up 26-10 now on the Buccaneers of Hoover.
And one friend who is a super fan of Hoover, not going to be too happy about this one.
He told me on Wednesday night, this is a guy that goes to our church we're referring to. He told me Wednesday night they were going to lose, so maybe he accepted it.
Good deal. I'm sure he has been bumping Luke Combs' new song, Forever After All. Big country guy. Here's the play. He's going to go down. Max Newhoff in there. Give him credit for the sack. He was the closest Rebels defender. So it is 3rd and...
Looks like they will be punting in the shadow of their own goalpost there.
This is
4th.
3rd and 36. 4th and 36, excuse me. I'm trying to count up the yardage here. It's a lot of yards.
It's a lot.
To give you an estimate of the yards, Joseph Sullivan is back deep to receive the punt, not even to the first down marker. First down marker is at the 40-yard line. It's a low snap. A bit of a knuckleball punt. Sullivan's going to...
Thankfully jumps back on it. Now that's 3 fumbles on special teams for the Rebels. All 3 have been recovered, thankfully, but definitely not the direction you want to see if you are Coach Anderson and the rest of his staff.
Yeah, aside from the fumbles, I guess, on special teams, Great game overall. Obviously 35-7 right now.
Not much you can complain about when you're winning by that much.
And you look at Braden Glenn's stats right now, 10 of 19 for 239 yards. We can just hope that he'll get to 300 yards. 7:04 remains in the third quarter. The twin set to the bottom of your screen. It's Cole Turner and Charlie Hughes once again. And Pierce Hanna in there at running back now.
Looks like a muff snap there as Braden has to jump back onto this. There's something wrong there with the snap there from Hill Stokes to Braden. Because they've normally had a very solid connection, but that just looks like a botch play. Thankfully, Glenn jumps back on it. 2nd and 10, just right where we started.
So looks like Knox Romeo going to come and sub Cole Turner out of this one. As I mentioned, the last play, Pierce Hanna now in the game at running back for the Rebels. It gives to Neese. Neese able to drag number 92, Aaron Richard, with him just a little bit. That's going to be good for about 5 yards. Upcoming for the Rebels. So here it is, 3rd and 5. Now Glenn checking at the line. Give this to Neese, and Neese is going to be met immediately once again. Aaron Richard. So a big stop there, and it looks like the Rebel offense is here trying to convert this one. And now going to come on. Give Matthew McMeans a try at this one.
This is looking like looks like he's lining up right around that 33-yard line, so we got about a 43-yard attempt. And this is in McMeans' range for sure. He has a good leg on him.
Here's the kick for McMeans. It's got plenty of distance.
That looks very good.
And a great kick. That one was good from at least 50, so the score now 38. A fantastic kick there for McMeans.
Looks like we might get Matt Coleman back up there doing some push-ups.
So we'll be back with you in just a moment, Rebel fans.
Vestavia football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, freaky fast gourmet sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, train different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Manda Lucasen, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, Dr. Melanie Petro, and Progress Bank.
Welcome back, Rebel fans. In case you missed it, Matthew McMeans just drilled a 43-yarder. Would have been good from at least 50 yards. The Rebels are out in front 38-7 and just running away with this game. The Titans really need to get something going on offense, but the Rebels defense doing a fantastic job slowing down C.J. Miller in the run game.
Yeah, it looks like that pickup game is still going on over there. That might be a little more contested than this. I mean, they've been playing that all game, and looks like we've lost some key players over there. I don't see any more neon or red shirt.
Yeah, I can't quite see a scoreboard. I think the score is something around 97 to
That's a lot for
92.
Sure. The red shirt was a powerhouse on defense.
He really was. Made a great play when we walked over there and then looked right at us and gave the incomplete sign. He could be a Gadsden City key defensive back in his near future. So here's McMeans' kickoff. It is a beautiful kick, still amped up from that last field goal deep into the end zone. And a touchback for Gadsden City. We're just wondering where Alabama can find a kicker like that. Obviously,
We have Will the Drill, MJ.
yeah, but Will the Drill has been kicking balls to the 5-yard line
Oh,
on
touchbacks.
kickoffs. Yeah,
Well, Will the Drill is not our normal kickoff kicker. We have,
but even when he does.
I'm not sure who it is, whoever number 18 is, because Will the Drill is 16, right?
Who?
Will the Drill is
Yes,
number
he
16.
is.
Yeah, so whoever number 18 is has been our normal kickoff kicker.
Might be Slade Bolden, the purebred athlete at Alabama who plays every single position on the field. So here's Troop back to pass. It's complete. It's complete to Octavius
There's another
Griffin.
flag or a yellow sandbag out on the field. Looks like Jackson Ayers might have gotten a horse collar. Probably a little premature grab there for a horse collar, but we will see. Both sides look pretty confused, not sure which way to go on the field.
I'm not sure the refs really know either. Pretty cool name, Octavius Griffin with the catch there. Face mask. Assist against the Rebels. So a tough penalty there on first down. It's going to move the Titans up an additional 15 yards.
And then another update, Thompson Hoover. Thompson went for it on 3rd and 10. Obviously, like you do on 3rd down. And then Hoover had a scoop and score. And then after the ensuing touchdown, went for 2 and missed. 26-16.
Wow. So C.J. Miller, a tough first down run here. Breaks a couple tackles, going to carry some defenders with him. Sullivan finally able to bring him down, but he is out across midfield. And another Gadsden City first down.
Yeah, the Rebels just got to tighten up there on defense. Not let those big runs up. You still want to play this game, and you want to play your hearts out, but either way, about a 15 to 20 yard run there for Miller. Now Gadsden City has 4 wideouts with 2 sets of twins.
So here is another give to C.J. Miller, and why not? Miller is trucking his way forward to Sullivan once again in on the tackle. It's going to be close to another Gadsden City first down. It'll be a 2nd and short coming up here. The Titans finally moving the ball a little bit.
Yeah, and they're just moving it right off those legs of Miller, and Miller's been a great back tonight for them. And it is a first down there for the Titans as they are now first and 10 from right around that 25-24 yard mark of the Rebels territory.
So the Titans still in that funky twins formation, 2 receivers stacked on top of each other.
On either side.
Here's Troop back to pass. Intended there for Kamari Smith, and a nice play to break that up.
And you were mentioning
Watson.
You were mentioning that formation. I don't think that would beat today in track. We were playing some football. He said a 6 stack, and we did a jet sweep to the 5th for a touchdown today. I don't think that will beat that funky formation. Although we'll see if they can do it.
Well, we'll see if these guys in the background over here in our pickup game might run something like that.
They could do something like that.
There is no penalty for having more than 4 in the backfield and pickup, apparently. So here's Troop. It's a play action, and Kamari Smith cannot haul it in again. So a 3rd and 10 coming up now for Gadsden City.
That was just a little low pass. When I saw that screen pass, mine just went straight to Julio in that 2010 LSU game.
Funny that you mentioned that game. I never actually saw that play. I think I did something, talked back to my parents or something like that. I actually had to go to my room that night. Couldn't watch the end of that one. It's pretty depressing, but Bama won the game anyways, so.
We did.
So here it is, 3rd and 10, Gadsden City. Obviously 4-down territory for the Titans. This Troop going to be a little pitch to C.J. Miller and Max Newroth and Aiden Robinson, not letting him go anywhere. Gain for maybe a yard, and it's going to bring up a 4th and long. So here it is, 4th down. Here, and the Titans need a conversion to try to keep any hope alive in this game. So here's Troop back to pass. He's going to throw to Miller, and it's off his hands. Incomplete. Rebels will take over at the 23. So here come the Rebels out. Back on offense looking to score once more. Here's Glenn to pass. Quick pass to Turner, and it's incomplete. Looks like Turner tried to run with it before he had it. 2nd and 10 coming up.
You hear this right in our ear, just kind of deafening. It's there. Bringing on every game.
And they're bumping, to say the least. So here it is, 2nd and 10. It's Romeo and Turner in there. As the receivers, Hannah in there at tailback. Here comes Romeo in motion. And a flag being thrown. I'm not really sure what the penalty's on.
The time is, so we will see. And it is a false start. Vestavia Rebels here.
Not sure who that came from. Might have just been a flinch. So that penalty will back the Rebels up now to a 2nd and 15. Twins formation near the bottom of the screen. It's Romeo and Turner. Give is to Neese. Good run from Landon Neese there. Able to pick up about 7 on the play.
Yeah, and get them to, 3rd and manageable here. You do not want to be in a 3rd and 15 or 3rd and 10 plus, so that's a good hard run there from Neese.
So here it is, 3rd and 7 coming up. It's a swing pass out of Taylor Crawford. Another yellow sandbag coming out. Crawford able to get about the yardage needed for a first down. We'll have to see what the penalty is.
Just again to be in the range of holding, and the offensive line is again walking back.
So holding is assessed against the Rebels. Another unfortunate penalty, negating a big play. So back to about 3rd and 15 here for the Rebels' 3rd down play. It's Crawford and at running back. The give is to Crawford. It's going to be a reverse to Colton. Going to show and he's going to get a good pickup there, very close to the first down marker.
Yeah, it looks like he went out right around that 35-yard line. They're spotting him on the 36 and that first down marker on 34, so safe to assume that that is a Rebel first down.
So great play call there by Coach Queen, Coach Anderson, and the Rebels. And it is a first down Rebels. Great play there from Cole Turner to turn on the burners there in open space. So Hughes now replaces Turner after that big run. Hannah's back in the game as the tailback. Give this to Hannah. Hannah's going to barrel his way forward for about 4 yards, and a good run there on first down for the Rebels.
Yeah, and Hannah not getting the playing time that I expected from him this year. I thought he'd be a bigger presence in the backfield, but I feel like after that Hoover game, Brian Agee just had a breakout game, and he's just been carrying that momentum with them ever since.
Yeah, no doubt. Hannah obviously a big part of our offense last year, especially in the Hewitt-Trussell game. So here it is, second, about 4. And it's another give to Neese. Neese has got some run. That great play down across the top. First down, Rebels.
Well, there from Neese as he just kept on trying. Eventually got him up first down, and he didn't settle for that first down. He just kept on going. About 20 extra yards there. The Rebels are now peering into the red zone.
So just under a minute to play now in the third quarter. Rebels trying to get a little bit more yardage on a few more plays before this quarter comes to a close. So Hughes and Romeo in the game as receivers. See if we'll take a shot here to the end zone. It's another give to Hannah. And Hannah going to be met by a few Gadsden City defenders. Gain good for about 3 yards, so a solid pickup.
Still on the ground for the Rebels. He's tying his shoe. Never mind. We're all good. Thought he was down injured, but he's just tying his shoe, so nothing to worry about there.
All good there. So that play will take us to the end of the third quarter. The Rebels lead the Titans 38-7. We'll be back with you in just a moment.
Vestavia Football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, freaky fast gourmet sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, train different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Mandalucason, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, Dr. Melanie Petro, and Progress Bank.
Titans up 38-7 in this contest. Rebels looking to score once more, faced with a 2nd and 7 to begin this fourth quarter. You got to believe a score here would allow the Rebels to put in some young guys, get a little bit of experience before the end of the season. As we know, we have this game and next game. So only 5 quarters remain in the Rebel season.
Yes, and only 1 quarter in your season, MJ.
Yes, so this is my last game in my career, I guess, calling the Sadie Hills football. So it'll be a fun last quarter, obviously. It's been an honor to get to wear the headset.
The voice of the Rebels is now passing on the torch to someone.
Mims Jones will be the recipient of that torch.
I'd say you got the torch. You got a good torch from Thomas Wade last year.
I did. Shout out to Thomas Wade for getting the sports broadcasting team vamped up, and obviously big thanks to Ms. Jones here and John doing a lot of work up here. Can't thank them enough for what they've done. So here's a give to Pierce Hannah, and he's going to turn the corner, and Hannah, a yellow sandbag on the field once again. Hannah, a big one for the 5.
The referees are loving to throw those penalty markers out.
I was about to say they might have been looking at the pickup game, but then pickup game seems to have commenced. And
another Thompson has scored yet again to make it 33-16 up on the Buccaneers at the end of the third quarter.
And they have waved the flag off. This time there is no flag. And you can hear fans cheering from both sides. No flag on this one.
Just looking to finish off this football game.
Exactly. So a big run from Pierce Hanna. Hopefully he can finish this drive off with a touchdown.
This is where you just need a power back in here. And this power back that Coach Anderson has chosen is Pierce Hanna.
We got Will Cox in there, the senior tight end, in for the heavy package, bringing his strength to the table. The game to Hanna. Block from Cox. And Hanna's going to reach the ball across the goal line down the Rebels.
It's a great run. Hanna, so you had to bounce around a couple times. Eventually just plowed his way right into some pay dirt.
So I believe that is Pierce Hanna's first touchdown of the season. So big for him, making this score 44-7. And the extra point pending. Gotta believe we'll see some backups coming to the game for the next drive. So here's the extra point from McMeans. It is up and it is good. 45 Rebels lead. We'll be right back with you after this message.
Vestavia football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, freaky fast gourmet sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, train different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Mandalucason, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, Dr. Melanie Petro, and Progress Bank.
Welcome back, Rebel fans. In case you missed it, Pierce Hanna punched in a big touchdown for the Rebels, his first touchdown of the year. 45-7 Rebels lead the Titans. Here's McMeans' kickoff. It's about the 7-yard line here. It's going to be fielded by Macon, and we know his speed. Trying to make some guys miss on the coverage by number 20 is Dylan Jaquez, the sophomore.
All right, and the Titans set up here with some pretty solid field position. We're looking to turn this into some points here. And the Rebels have now gone 38 unanswered points.
What you like to see if you're a Rebels fan. It looks like we have a change at quarterback. It's going to be number 13, Luke Waldrop, in there, the freshman. And now there's a timeout. Maybe they didn't want to stick him in there. But we'll find out here in just a moment.
Attention Titan fans of all sports, you can tune into the new Titan Sports Network for live coverage of the action going on. Just simply go to GadsdenCityAthletics.com, click on the Broadcasting tab, and listen live. That's GadsdenCityAthletics.com.
So here come the Titans now, out of the timeout. They're going to keep Luke Waldrop in at quarterback. They give us to C.J. Miller. Miller said a busy man tonight. He keeps dragging defenders with him.
Yeah, he is definitely the course of this time.
And no doubt, already his 12th rush of the night. He's got 85 yards. So 2nd and 3 coming up for the Titans. So So here's Waldrop to pass. It's going to be a little screen pass to Macon. Macon looking to make things happen.
Macon started this game at quarterback, but ever since that first couple drives, he's a receiver. So looks like he's just being an all-around tool for this Gadsden offense.
Yeah, no doubt. Good play there for him, showing his athleticism, getting across midfield and picking up a Titan first down. So they'll have the ball here at the Rebels 46, trying to put some more points on the board. And a Muffs, very bad snap there. It's going to be picked up by C.J. Miller, and he's going to get a substantial run out of this one. 13-yard carry for a first down. I think I caught both teams off guard, and he's going to make the most out of that one.
Yeah, that's what Miller's been seeming to do tonight. He's been turning games, and that's been kind of his thing tonight, you know?
Yeah, of course. So here's Gadsden City. Going to check this one here at the line. So here's Waldrop back to pass. He's going to step into this one. It's deep downfield and just too far there for Octavius Griffin. Jackson Ayers there in coverage.
Yeah, and Ayers looked like he had pretty good coverage. Not sure what the quarterback there was seeing, but Octavius nonetheless was pretty smothered and still got that deep ball targeted to him and overthrew both receiver and cornerback on that.
It's a pretty good arm display there from Waldrop, obviously. Man of a little bit of a smaller size, 5'6", but not letting that bother him. A nice pass there downfield. So here he is again downfield, intended once more for Octavius Griffin. Going to be incomplete. Looked like he might have got a little bit of a head start, but good thing a yellow sandbag did not come flying on the field.
Yeah, and at this point, I don't think we'll be seeing many more yellow sandbags.
I think we've seen a yellow sandbag about 25% of the plays tonight.
We have seen a lot of yellow sandbags.
Hopefully I don't have to keep saying yellow sandbag. So 10:04 remains in this ball game. So here's Waldrop rolling out to his right. Nobody there as he just hurls this one towards Griffin. A swarm of Rebel defenders met him in the backfield. So it is fourth down now for the Titans. You got to believe here. They got to go for it here. They're going to keep their offense on the field. Just trying to see if they can't keep some spirit up on their sideline by converting this for fourth down. So here's Waldrop looking to pass. Stacked. Michael Spikes in there to turn it over on down. Take over with pretty good field position.
And that smothered, just absolutely just got all in Waldrop's grill. No time, no room to do anything, and he just had to, take the sack.
And so as I alluded to earlier, we are going to see some young Rebels into the game. Junior quarterback Fort Edmonds trotting in to the huddle on this one. So that means senior quarterback Braden Glenstein is done. A great game for him. 10 of 20, 239 yards and 2 touchdowns. A solid ball game for him. So here's Edmonds to give to Hannah. And Hannah's going to fall forward for about 3 yards there on the run. So a pretty good first down gain there for Pierce Hannah. So here comes Edmonds and the Rebels up to the line. Here's Edmonds back to pass. To Leighton Hargrove, the senior receiver. He's going to be close to midfield. And looks like that game's going to be just shy.
And there's another yellow flag up there. It's looking like conduct on the Titans as Owen Harper got stopped in the back by number 9.
Number 9 would be DeMarcus Macon. Obviously, you can understand his frustration, really the only guy contributing.
Now that you said that, I don't think it was Macon, but it did look like 9.
That would have been number 19, Nehemiah Washington.
That could be it.
And it is a personal foul assessed against Gadsden City, so that is going to move the Rebels up 15 yards. So the Rebels now have excellent field position for this first down play. Ball will be spotted at the 37. Here's Edmonds to give to Braden Duke. And Duke's going to run ahead for about 4 yards there, so another solid fullback dive for the Rebels.
15 ball carrier. Second down.
So here it is, a 2nd and 6 for the Rebels. It's another give to Duke. Duke's going to find his way through a hole and into this to run from Braden Duke. 5 and a first down for the Rebels.
Rebels yet again in the offense so often this draft.
And whistles on the field. It's a yellow sandbag. Looks like a false start against the Rebels.
Looks like the student section over there is kind of waning. We got about maybe 5 or 6 people out there with only about 7.5 minutes.
So yeah, with 7.5, fans is kind of ready for this one to be over. So here is the first down play after the penalty. It's another give to Braden Duke. A busy man on the last 3 carries. He's picking up some more substantial yardage, going to get to about to the original line of scrimmage. So a 5-yard pickup there, and Braden Duke, some solid runs his last 3 carries.
For sure, he's getting in there, getting some action, and just, you always love to get the seniors in the games.
Yeah, no doubt about that one. I'm still kind of waiting for Gadsden City to send in Dre Kirkpatrick. We'd love to see him get in there.
I would love to see that. As he did get in there Monday night, picked up a pick against Cowboys. That's
no
looking like a pretty
there.
easy thing to do these days. Timeout called by the Rebels here.
So this timeout will bring us to a pause in the action here. We'll be back with you in just a moment.
This quarter is brought to you with limited commercial interruption, courtesy of St. Vincent's Health Systems. Personalized care when and where you need it.
So welcome back, Rebel fans. After the quick hiatus there from the timeout, we are back. It's a 2nd and 10.
Do need some score updates. Hoover has now scored again on Thompson, so 33-23. The Warriors lead.
So also another score update. UAB leads Louisiana 20-10.
And one last update, the Dodgers still beating the Rays, 6-1, top of the 7th.
So here's Edmonds back to pass. He's going to evade some pressure, trying to make things happen. He's going to be tackled at about the original line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 10 upcoming for the Rebels. Trying to see if they can't punch another score in this end zone before this one's over.
Yeah, we got about 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11, says our stat manager here. So we'll see what the Rebels can do. Maybe Fort Edmonds will yet again be able to get back and pass.
It's going to be good to Braden Duke once again. This one's going to be close. Depending on the spot, we'll see what it is.
By about a yard. The Hounds down. And it appears the Rebels are keeping their offense on the field here. It's a bold move here from Coach Anderson, up 38 late in the 4th.
Hey, last season, got to go out with a bang. So Leighton Hargrove and Zach Lightfoot, the receivers. Hannah and Duke in there as the backs. It gives to Duke. Duke
appeared to have got the first down there. It was C, dependent on the spot.
And they're going to call a timeout. No, excuse me. No, it's going to be Gadsden City football. I don't think the Rebels quite realize that yet as they're still in the offensive huddle. So the defense will trot out onto the field. And we hope to see a glimpse of Dre Kirkpatrick in the ball game tonight. So it looks like the running back is still C.J. Miller and not Dre Kirkpatrick.
C.J. Miller getting all the carries he can get, it looks like.
Luke Waldrop remains in the game as the quarterback. This one's on the ground. Excuse me, that is Brady Troop back in the game at quarterback. So a bad first play there for Gadsden City. Not exactly what you want on a first down.
And right there, maybe they were intimidated by Mr. Mann out there on the sidelines right there. You never know.
And speaking of intimidation, you sophomores who are parking in the junior lot, be intimidated by Mr. Mann and the rest of the SGA.
They will come and get you.
Ms. Jones is telling us not to be intimidated, but do heed our warnings.
Listen to your SGA president.
So here's Troop back to pass. Everett Thompson chasing him. And a big hit there from Jack Lamy at the original line of scrimmage.
And Jack Lamy is about to get a late hit called on him for that out-of-bounds play, as there is a penalty marker down on the field.
So an interesting...
These referees love...
These referees are trying to play some cornhole or something with all the sandbags they're throwing out on the field. So we got 2 pickup games going. We first had the football game and now the cornhole game.
Yeah.
The man with the white hat is going to signal a late hit. I'm not really too far
how I feel
it.
about that call, but no hit assessed on the Rebels. And now Gadsden City gets a big chunk play there with about 4:15 remaining in this game.
So here's a give again to C.J. Miller. And Miller is continuing his top run. And looks like Daniel Jones there just going to slip over his own feet. But a big first down run for the top.
Today, that I would not have believed this had I not seen this stat. But Daniel Jones, that scamper that he had, that is the fastest a quarterback has been tracked going since 2018.
Lamar Jackson held that record. Daniel Jones, the dude,
just
product.
over 21 miles an hour on that run.
He's really moving.
He was. Said the reason he tripped was he was running faster than he physically could.
So Troop's going to look deep. Who else? It's Macon. And nice coverage there from John Ross Ashley. Letting Macon know that he did not catch the ball. Skylar McGee also in there on the coverage.
That ball thrown into some tight coverage, but it had a shot there for a little bit, but that double coverage just a little overwhelming there for Macon.
So Gadsden City trying to come out here and score just to put some points up on the board. They got a 4-wide set now. Trips to the top of the screen. And this one's going to go for about 4 yards on the run.
And the way the pace on this drive is, this game might just Titans drive and look like the Titans.
That last run from Caricial Y'all. The pass from Troop now complete to number 83, Izell Spears. So some new names for the Titans getting in, along with the Rebels. So a yellow sandbag might have come out. Never mind, they're just going to measure. It's a 4th down play. So a 4th and very short for the Titans now coming up, and this has big implications on how the Titans are going to finish out this football game. And just to update you again, Louisiana has scored 20-17 beginning of the 4th quarter. UAB leads.
Turning into a good game there.
And here's the run here from number 27, Ratavius Hicks, and Hicks is going to get a 1st down on this.
That's good for Gadsden City. 1st down.
So Gadsden City now going to move the chains, get a fresh set of downs. .2:22 remaining in the ball game. So it is Luke Waldrop back in there at quarterback, replacing Brady Troop. Troop, a solid night for him. 7 of 10, 119 yards and a touchdown. Obviously that long bomb to DeMarcus Macon. So here's the give to Oren Brock. Brocktober cannot get any substantial yards there on the carry. The clock continues to tick, and this one getting closer and closer to a Rebels 3rd win on the year. So yeah, replacing Brock. So Waldrop here, 2nd and 12, and the whistle blowing. It's a Gadsden City timeout. So this timeout will stop the clock.
We can give you some score updates while we are at it, I believe, unless we're going to commercial, are we?
We are not going to commercial.
Not. So we got some time. Thompson still defeating Hoover 33-23 in the 4th quarter. Hewitt's beating Oak Mountain 48-21 in the 3rd. Mountain Brook defeated Chelsea. And then Spain Park with the comeback. They are now winning 35-34 in the 4th quarter at home versus Tuscaloosa County. then feel a little World Series score real quick. It is still 6-1, bottom of the 7th. So right about where we left you, just bottom 7 instead of top 7.
So here come the teams back out on the field. The Gadsden City band going crazy.
Not sure what they're cheering about, but they got some spirit in them.
That's what we always like to see, a little bit of spirit. So here's the give. It's once again to Brock.
Tober.
And big 84, Davis Stewart in there on the tackle. Bringing down Oren Brock. So 3rd and 11 coming up here for the Titans. Probably only a few plays left until the final whistle blows. Hopefully we don't see any more yellow sandbags.
Hopefully.
So here's the give. The number 41, DeAndre Ruffin, about the 8th running back the Titans have used tonight.
And on this drive alone, too. Started mixing up everyone.
So 4th and about 4 remaining for the Titans. Let's try to get one more play off before the end of this one. Waldrop trying to get the play call from the sideline. So here's Waldrop. The give. There's nowhere. I repeat, nowhere. They're up on the run too.
And that's why thumbs up this night. Come out of Gadsden victory, just completely dominated. 38 unanswered points. And Gadsden City just looked like no match there for the Rebels.
Yeah, fantastic showing from the Rebels. Obviously, we mentioned Braden Glenn, 10 of 20, 239 yards. Obviously, a little bit of a rocky start, but really got it picking up. Cole Turner and Charlie Hughes both in there, getting some big receptions, a touchdown each. Saw some big running from Brian Agee and Teo Crawford. We hope Brian Agee is okay, that he'll be okay for the Shades Valley game next week. And obviously, the Rebels defense stepping up, making some big-time plays. So it has been a very big honor for me to call Rebel football games over the last 2 years. Last year as a color, this year as a play-by-play. I've enjoyed it. It has been a fantastic experience for me, and I hope to continue doing it in the future. So a special thanks to the Rebel Nation Sports Broadcasting Team and NFHS Network for giving me the opportunity to do what I love and call football games. So for my partner, Sam Culbertson, I'm MJ Newsom. We're signing off here, and go Rebels.
All right, thank you.
Post-game report presented by Andrew Sports Medicine and